So is there anything else that comes up when you're watching other people play the game where you're like, oh, that's how people read that line?
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff. It's definitely interesting to see like people discover things and like try to figure stuff out. Like there's definitely people who are not sure. Like there's a line where Ginsho is about to say the word succubus, but before she can finish it, Toko stops her, and people were wondering what she was about to say. And there's like so many different I don't remember them off the top of my head, but it's like people made a lot of guesses before they could figure it out, succubus.
Oh.
And usually they didn't get it, like, a lot of them didn't get it until, it was explicitly said that Toko is a sex demon. And then there's this, for, not Epiphany, Ezekiel's power to, like, sever things. Which, we didn't talk much about, how angel powers work in this.
Right. That's part of the mystery
still.
They
have similarities to instruments. They have their voices,
mm-hmm.
and their voices can do a lot of different things. And now we have the human answer to both demons and angels. We have the witches. And we start with a character people might actually recognize. If they pay attention to some of the stuff before we get the name out there, such as the chicken-legged hut.
Oh, you mean Baba Yaga as a
right.
mythological character?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess there's not a lot of the other characters. None of the other characters in this game are tightly based on a normal mythology,
right.
except for Ezekiel.
Kinda. Ezekiel is a prophet in the Bible.
Right.
He deals a lot with angels, but he is not an angel himself.
But then Baba Yaga, of course, also is a similar, like, a well-known fictional character
mm-hmm.
by name, whose representation in this game is also one-to-one. Like,
mm-hmm.
Baba Yaga is a witch. Nailed it.
Right. Ezekiel
is an angel in this game. All right, nailed it. We're in the Bible realm at least. But yeah, no, everyone else is kind of on their own in some way, at least names-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Their core identifiers, the name, is at least somewhat divorced from their actual characters. I think, like, Bellatrix,
mm-hmm.
that has, like, isn't Bellatrix a... Maybe I'm forgetting my demonology here. Isn't that the name of a demon or something? I don't know.
I don't know it.
I don't know either. I know there's the lady in... There's that real mean lady in Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yep. There's Belladonna.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we're at the final climax of the game, and now we have a very clear structure for how Toko works. The Reject
mm-hmm.
Demon Toko, Chapter 0, Prelude to the Chapter 1, to further chapters of Toko. Our structure is the gang all goes and has a good day out doing a thing, and that good day out is ruined by some kind of evil invading force, and they have to stop that, and Toko's gonna suck at stopping it. And so someone else is gonna have to help her band everyone together to stop this big evil force. They're gonna summon Epiphany, and Epiphany's gonna save the day, or something like that. Like, we have a strong structure by the end of Chapter 0, something that we've seen repeated. So what do you do now as the writer to play within that structure? Is that something that you're like, yeah, that's the Power Ranger structure, I'm good with this?
I guess another thing I can tell you, just like a quick little thing for Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with Toko getting her ass kicked. Like, she starts to fight at a Halloween party and gets beaten up for it because she didn't think it through and just got angry. So that, I guess we're already starting with the part where something bad happens and they have to deal with it.
Yep.
So I guess I didn't think about it until you mentioned it, but I guess like
At a normal event, at a Halloween party.
Yeah. Yeah, we already like everyone. I guess at this point knows the structure, and we can skip like the first half of it.
Nice. That's really that's the point of it, right? It's to so then you can play with expectations, and in this case, like even lean into them to make a player feel comfortable or at home.
And I really like this scene, even though it's like very heavy on exposition and stuff. I think it really works.
It's interesting. This scene is really interesting because you're in the 11th hour of the story, and you suddenly take the players away from the action. And then you put them in a nice home. You put them in a safe place. And you get to hang out with Nadia, who, up to this point, has almost had no screen time in this section of the game. It's very Toko heavy when you're at the stadium and when you're doing these fights. But then you get to chill with Nadia for a second. And this new lady, Baba Yaga, is gonna take care of you with her chicken. It's like, you know what? This is kind of a friendly place. It's a real hard turn.
And
go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in some ways it's not completely friendly. Like Nadia is still a little bit annoyed that she's been kidnapped again the second time in a couple days.
Right.
And I don't know how well this joke came off, but near the end of this scene, Baba Yaga implies that she eats people.
Oh yes, yeah. Before it fades to black.
Yeah, which is a thing that like actual Baba Yaga does.
Right.
So there's that, and they talk about like being witches. They talk about they kind of mentioned some of the same stuff that Bellatrix did when they were in Hell, but for Baba Yaga and Stephanie, they're much more worried about it and how it can damage Nadia, while Bellatrix is more interested in what Epiphany can do.
Yep, which is important. One of the writer's most powerful tools is reiteration, rewriting, just reinforcing the structure's already in place and the plot's already in place. And so it was really nice in this scene to hear Baba Yaga being like, "Yeah, no, y'all know what's going on. You're right."
Right. And they get a bit more into like the dangerous parts of Epiphany.
Sorry, I totally remember that Stephanie plays the clarinet because she's a nerd.
I tried like. Since the demons are rock music and the angels are pop, I gave the witches a classical European flavor. I wanted to make them feel like they were, since music is basically the magic of this universe, I wanted to give them the sense that they were kind of conducting it in a lot of ways.
Oh.
So I wanted it to, yeah. While demons and angels might be creators, at least or performers, witches are more able to tap into that and bring out magic that's already there.
Yep. Going off of that, we have a lot of music in this, but then Nadia gets another gift from Baba Yaga and Stephanie. And that's animals. They actually have animals too that they're working in with, and so I'm interested to know more about how that's going to evolve in the next couple chapters, because witches are the only group that use animals as a tool and as a technology. They,
right.
I think that's really cool.
I think that a lot of that came out of the fairy tales that this is based on. Like a lot of the Russian Kievan Rus era fairy tales, where you could talk through these kinds of like magical objects. and have like these little things help you out. So it made sense. Plus, just like the whole familiar thing in general.
Yep.
Which is usually a cat, but since it's Baba Yaga and she likes her chickens.
Everybody gets chickens.
Yep. Stephanie is supposed to get a chicken, but due to a miscommunication, she has a blackbird instead. So that's probably something that's going to change.
Did Nadia get a chicken? I don't remember now.
Yes, she does.
Okay, so they both have chickens and Stephanie gets a blackbird.
A little hen named Basilisa.
That's
And
right.
I'll come up in a bit.